Insert stream starting screen here. Yes, that's what should be showing. We don't have that, so this is what we got. This is what we got. Good morning. This is what we got. This is what we got. Okay. Good morning. Welcome. I'm in the middle of changing things, and I haven't touched this in a day, so I've kind of forgotten what I was doing. As per usual. As per usual. Haven't looked at it in 24 hours, so therefore, actually over 24 hours, so yes. To do, make colony entity data, dispatch this delegate. Delegate? Yeah. To the relevant handlers. What was I trying to do here? This is on colony entity data. What was I doing here? This is probably shouldn't put that. Yeah, let's put that up there. A little bit more relevant location, not below the if with editor stuff. Yeah, so what was I doing? Handle task status change. Collar around my neck, I bark like a dog. It's very Shel Silverstein of you. It's very poetic. Thank you. What is this doing? What are you doing? There's no member. Everything's broken. It's all broken. Okay, so let me figure out what the hell I was doing. Okay, so I think what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to wire up the delegate for the status change events. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to fix everything. Oh, this is make colony construct action. Yeah, I think I was kind of feeling that I want to put this in someplace specific as well. Specific to construction stuff. So, oh Jesus, what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I was trying to pass in another. Yes. Okay. Can I guess oh yeah, I can't do that with, I had figured out I can't do that with. Where is this dude? I can't find anything now. Is this what refactoring is supposed to result in? You just can't find anything anymore? Probably not. It's probably supposed to make things easier to find. I wonder if it's just because it's a dynamic delegate that I have to do that. I'm trying to do a delegate with like additional params, right? Bind. I think this is just bind U object, right? Yeah, because then you can give it extra variables. Oh, there's no entity there. That would make sense. But now I can. Now I can. Okay, now that works, I think. Okay, so I just can't do the blueprint delegates and also pass in additional parameters. God damn. Dude, it's like every day that goes by, I find a new thing that blueprints can't do. I guess I would have to create some wrapper or something. I'd either have to extend the delegate itself, or I could like give it a payload, you know, with like some object. Or I guess I could put the delegate on a U object with some stuff on it. I see the bug already. You didn't add a pointer for Mart's lizard subsystem. Oh, spare me. Spare me, please. Please, no. Mart's gonna come in here and be like, why didn't you stream yesterday? Like, you know what, Mart? I'm sorry. That's my fault. Okay, so that technically works. Now, what was I trying to do with the system overall. Oh yeah, I'm passing it off to the handler's handle status change. Right. Okay, so okay, it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me like a fever dream. Put in storage task. We're not going to touch you anytime soon. I'll be honest. Probably not today. What are you doing? Stop that. Process interact action. You're probably pretty relevant today. You actually probably don't do a whole lot now. Yeah. You probably don't do a whole lot now, because now the whole, like, cycle is going to happen outside of state tree, sort of. Just kind of in response to a status change, I think. Colony utils has no member. Colonist task. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, we need to return the struct. I guess I don't need to because I'm doing it on the... So this should be make colony. I don't like this. I don't like what this is called. I don't like where this is located. So now I'm just populating the interact action when the play. I keep saying user. I'm not software engineer right now. I'm a game dev right now. I put on my game dev hat. These are players, not users. When the player gives a colonist a command, or I guess just when any colonist takes a job or something, you know, this is what's going to get called. Make colony construct action, which should probably be called something else. Oh, I see. I was already trying to rename it. Okay. It's more so like populate, or like maybe I'll just say build colony construct task. I think that's good. Yeah, we bind. And then the colony entity data, kind of acts as a middleman. Right? Can I do const ref here, maybe? You gonna get mad at me if I do that? Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Okay, so we can't do that. That's fine. We don't need that. Can we just do const though? I think const is probably still beneficial. Yeah, we can do const. Cool. Let me see. And then we call handle task status change, which we need to like wire this back up to the construct handler, I think, because we have we just have this, right? And then I thought construct handler had something else on it. Am I mistaken? Where is interact with object? Handle task status change. There we go. So yeah, in the... Yeah, I want to move this. I want to, at the very least, move this to here. Yeah, we need to move the delegate, of course. That makes sense. That makes sense. You cool now? Of course you're not. Well, I guess actually that does make sense because it's not a dynamic delegate anymore, so we can't have it blueprintable. So there's kind of a downside there. Oh my god, I hate my... Got paged twice yesterday. Was not fun. So I'm hoping I don't get paged again today. Allegedly there's a fix. Don't know if I believe such allegations. But yeah, we update status. Handler class. You know, let's make a function on the colony data to just get the task handlers, right? We can probably make that protected then too. Protect. Like how fun would C++ be if it was protect, right? It would be so much more fun. Okay, let's do. Blueprint column. Excuse me. Pure. This is going to be colonist task handler pointer get colonist task handler T subclass of script struct task type. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, come on AI, you got this. No, you don't. Okay. Basically just this though. Colony data, which would just be this. Task type. There we go. Well, I need to do if. What do I need to do here? Colonist task handlers dot bind task type auto handler class equals we're dereferencing a null pointer. It was right there. How's it going? It's going well. Good morning. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, get colonist task handler. Let's do this. So I'm not even gonna try to pronounce what I just spelled right there on accident. Wait, what? That doesn't oh yeah. Just do that. Wait. Asked. Oh yeah, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. This is going to be .interact action .get script struct. There you go. Wait, what? That's not right either. Because it's not a T subclass of. Yeah. Do I have to get class? Yeah, I have to get class. Yikes. Okay. I guess I could just. No, I think I have to do that. Although to make this easier, I could just do script struct there, and then task type get class, just to make it easier. There we go. A little easier to use. Okay, so that works. Although I don't think am I doing this yet? Am I doing this? Handle task status change. Yeah, I'm actually not gonna call the handler at all right here anymore. So I'm just gonna delete all this. Yeah. I need to get the current task, which is this. Get mutable pointer. Just F interact action, I suppose. And I don't already have a pointer to that somewhere. I have an environment object action. So no, I don't. I don't have a generic pointer here. So if interact action dot update status, and I forgot what am I actually updating the status to? What am I updating it to? Where is no, not that. I can't read. Okay. Hello Don, hello. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, we're just doing handle interact finished. Right. Okay, so I think I'm updating the status to completed here. If past me is to be believed, which that son of a bitch is wrong all the time, so. Do I still need this? I don't know. Okay. What do I still need to do? I have no idea. I haven't looked at this for a while, and I was like mid refactor when I stopped, so yeah, that really disrupted the flow. That's really disrupted the flow there, didn't it? Okay, so this is build colony construct task. I'm putting this in colony utils, and it has it's kind of a big function. So this is specific to Colony Sim stuff. Let's just see it. Can we even build right now? Let's see. Still, nothing's gonna work at the moment, but we'll see if we can at least build. Item hierarchy utils. I think you can go away for now. We're not working with you at the moment. Hauling handler, you can go away. Colony, entity data, interact actions, yeah. Hello again. Hello indeed. And a good hello to you, sir. And a very good hello to you. Oh yeah, there's a lot wrong here. Okay. I guess we need to include there. So yeah, I changed the location of that, so there's probably gonna be a lot of broken stuff. Too many. Oh yeah, you don't need to name them when they are non-blueprinty boys. Okay, what's your deal? Oh, writer, please help me. Please just import. I don't have to go to another file and find the scroll bar, which I seem to can't. I seem to can't. What a day. Instant struct. Don't know why that would have failed. Interaction utils, yeah, we can import there. Okay, give me a new one. Give me a new one. Okay, where does this one hurt from? From the interaction interface. Gotcha. Yeah, so let's import that. Okay, that one should be good now. Is that the only thing that has an issue? No. Circular dependency. Good. We could import the struct here. Is it can I just forward declare? Oh, I got rid of the wrong one. There we go. 43 actions started. Wonderful. Okay, it's still, I don't think it liked that. Yeah, so I have to import it here. And then in interact action, interact status. Okay, yeah, let's move that over here too. There's no reason I need that in there. So we actually didn't need to import it. Proxy actor entity data. Instance struct. Doesn't like that either. Can I just forward declare those? Like, I feel like I should be in an instance struct property. Good evening. Good morning. How dare you wish me a good evening? How dare you? Okay, so I'm importing interact actions. What more do you want from me? Syntax error. Interact action is like, it's, yeah, ugh. So can I not? E-instance struct. Okay, I think it needs to import the instance struct stuff in here. I don't know why writer isn't picking up on that. It'd be very nice of you to do that for me. Attempting to bind a delegate with a const object pointer and a non-const member function. Colony data. I see. I have to get entity data mutable here. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're down to only 25 actions rebuilding. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. Now I've refactored things away from what I used to have in state trees, was like this kind of loop that would happen where I had this like process colonist task at the top, and then it would like try to do the task. Then it would do it once, it would go back up here, and then like the process colonist task would like kind of like repopulate it with new information. Like if it was a forage task, for example, and you wanted to forage within a radius, the process task would find the closest one within the radius, move to it, interact with it. That loop would complete. We would go back up and be like, okay, put a new one in there. Ah, yes, of course. Now I don't have this. But anyways, now I don't have that. Instead, I have a generic, just interact state. That's not really a loop. And when the interact actions status changes, the entity, not entity, the colony task system has bound a delegate to that event and is going to update the interact action and kind of do the loop. And so they're kind of separate, distinct systems now. Separate but equal. Okay, so what did I forgot what I replaced this with. I got rid of interacting with actor. Okay. This is maybe the thing I should just do in blueprints. Or maybe I should just save the interact action. Yeah, kind of want to just do this. Reset to root. That seems important. And I add the is being interacted with tag. So do I put an interaction action on an interact action on the proxy actor? Do I do that? I mean, let's just do that for now. T instanced. I hate how you have to import instanced struct. Yes, the interact action. Yeah, just set it equal to a new one, I guess. Okay. Can we build now? Can we build now? We're down to 17 actions building. We're looking good. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to Refactoring 2, Refactoring. And I'm gonna try and figure out my shit today. Y'all ever try to do that? Doesn't always go well. Okay, we've built. We have built. Okay. Now it's time to play the game. No, now it's time to figure out why everything's broken still. Now, I think pretty much... Yeah, I mean, it's all gonna be broken, right? This build colony construct task. I don't even know if that's where I want to keep that. I kind of feel like I should just put that in the construction handler or something, just to have all the construction logic next to each other, just for like some level of locality of behavior, you know? Okay, we have the game. The game has been had. Now, how many broken blueprints are there? None, actually. That's surprising. That is surprising. Is your entire state tree broken? I think it is. Yeah, so you're his entire state tree is broken. This is not going to work. Yeah. He's just stuck. Okay. World still works. The world still works. Okay, now we just gotta fix all the colonists. It's all gonna break now. Give me another seed. Oh, I need to actually, hang on. One moment. There we go. I need some more color, man. I need some more color. It's a nice little rock formation. Look at that. That's cute. Good morning, Drunk. Good morning, Hasty. How are you? Hope you're well. We just got the project built again after breaking it. Whoa. Ooh. Sweet. Oh, there's a guy down there. Love that. I love that. Oh my god. Tis massive. Tis massive meat. Oh, I love this little, like, tube here. I love this tube. You run automation tests when I code. Like, when I actually... Wait, are you memeing? Wait a second, am I getting baited? I think I'm getting baited. And when I'm doing professional software development, yes. Yes, I do. What is this game? It's just a game I'm working on. I'm just kind of dicking around in it's a procedural world, so this is like a bit of procedural generation here. I was just looking at this cave that got generated. Just wondering if you use the double dash unattended pipe pie automation tests in UE5. No, I don't. I've been thinking that I probably should for some things, though. But, I mean, the reason I haven't really is because this is, I do believe that unit tests can actually speed up development. But when you don't know what a system is actually going to look like in its final form, and it's under, like, heavy development, or for game dev, it feels like it's not worth it all the time, right? It's like the system, I'm refactoring this system, and like if I had unit tests, I would have written those all for nothing, right? It's like, I think once I get, I'm getting close to this point, but I think once I get all the foundational systems in, and I have them working the way that I want them to, you know, then that's probably when I'll start doing. And there's some systems I probably should write well, I was going to say the interaction system, but I'm refactoring that too, so any tests I wrote for that would be moot at the moment. I never used to. Now I just TDD the crap out of it because the bigger gets the pain I get with index array bound fails. Is that the biggest issue you have? Yeah, I mean, test-driven development is nice when you know what you're doing ahead of time. I'll say that. If you already know what the thing should look like before you write it, before you start writing, then that's nice. But that's just not the way I write code for the most part. Like, I write code in a very exploratory way, a very iterative way, so. A lot of my code is garbage, I guess, is what I'm saying. This is a bore. I want it like a fun seed. Give me a fun seed. That's all right. How long have I been a programmer? I have been getting paid to write code for almost 10 years now. I have been writing code. Well, if you want to include copying and pasting as writing code, I've been writing code for like 14 years. It's all our code. It's all our code on this glorious day. What is this? Oh, the nav mesh. Okay. All right. Well, we have more work to do. So fun's over. Fun time's over. Is this the new WoW? Yeah. That's it. That's it. You just saw it right there. No, it's gonna be an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite. I'm just reusing some WoW assets as placeholders. Okay, what do we need to do now? So I don't like this build colony construct task. I don't like that. What I kind of want is I have the different interact actions built here in the interact action file. I'm wondering if I should just create a construction task file that has the construct action, it has the build colony construct task utility function, and it also has the construction handler, construct handler. Which, where is handle task called from now? Is that ever called anymore? I don't think it is. Nope, just calling the parents. Okay, so did I copy all that into the colony, into the... See, I can't even find it. Where is it? Colony utils. Okay, so I did copy all that in there. Or I think so. I think so. Is that in there? Did I put that in there? No, because that doesn't, okay. I gotta like reconcile the difference here. Yeah, I didn't do below here. And so I think I need to implement a task status change. Okay. No super, doesn't matter. And so, yeah. And so, yeah. Yeah, so I think the handle task, maybe I should make a build task function. Yeah. Yeah. Here on this. I guess it could be static. And I suppose this one could be as well. I mean, they effectively are, right? Because I'm just using the CDO. I guess the task type is the only thing, but like, I don't even know if I need that anymore. So handle task, I think, just becomes handle task status change. And perhaps, no, I would still need to, yeah, I guess a build task function would need to be static because I need to do that. I would need to do that from blueprints, I think. Well, I mean, I guess I could just create a wrapper gameplay static thing. Is that what I want? Okay, I know for sure what I want though is to take this code and plop it in here. But I need to extract the construction action again. The interaction action, handle task, status change, implementation. Okay, if I don't have the task in here, is that okay? I may need to wrap that a little bit too. And that was from, shit, where the hell was I doing that? It's in the colony utils, right? Yeah. So I pass in entity, colony data is already there. On interaction status change. Handle task status change. I'm calling the interact action. And I guess now I need to figure out this task to handle thing that I'm pointing. What am I saying? This task to handle that I'm passing. Do I want to continue to pass that by ref or just assume that the first one in the task queue is always the one that I want? I feel like that's a bad assumption. Since you demon twisters 3 okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, I think I should probably still stick to passing the task around by ref, just in case I want to use it for things that aren't like the current task. So then, back it up. Here, I should pass in the task, right? And so there's this build colony construct task that gets passed in by ref here. This more than likely is going to be what's put into the task queue. More than likely. Okay, so let's change this. Interaction action, yeah, that's gonna stay there. Probably not gonna end up using that. F colonist task ref ask to handle. Okay, handle task status change. I want this to be task to handle instead. F colonist task ref. Yeah, so we're no longer gonna, yeah, we don't care about the interaction action here. And on interact status change, okay, so I can just use the get colonist task handler interact action dot get script struct. Just call it auto handler. Then we can get rid of all this. Oh no, it's the handler. Get your hands off me, handler. Handler, no handling. Okay, so are you good now? Why are you mad? Because it's not implemented. I see. Okay, there you go. There you go. So this changes to F colonist task. Colonist task. Okay. Or task to handle. So sorry. So sorry. I know. I know. I know. Entity location. Word. Is that even being used here? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Only in one spot, though. Okay, so you can get moved there. We're also going to use it right here. Okay, so that resolves. Now, handle task, I think, is completely obsolete now. I'm going to keep it around just in case. I'm going to keep it around just in case. Does handle task status change? Well, I guess I need to repopulate it, right? Okay, yeah, I think I want to move all this over. Wait, why are you still mad? What are you upset about? Oh, you can't do refs in here. I've forgotten. Oh no. That ruins everything. That ruins everything, I think. Why can't you do refs in a delegate, huh? Guarantee you that's fine. Yep, okay. Unreal Engine. Why can't I pass refs in a delegate? Someone else has asked the same question and got 0 answers. God damn it, I fucking hate delegates, man. I'm not even using a blueprint one. The dispatchers were meant to be one-way communication only. I have to create a wrapper object. Have a wonderful coding session and a wonderful day. Hey, you too. Hope you're able to fix the issue. I mean, there's no single issue right now. Just doing refactoring. That's annoying. Okay, now I have to rethink this, how I'm doing this, because that's not gonna work. I do need the ref there. I do need that ref, because in handle status change, I need to make changes in response to the status change. Shit, dude. Shit. I almost want to make my own event system. Should I rewrite Unreal Engine delegates? One like and I'll do it. One screenshot and I'll do it. Frick. I guess I could do a pointer, but that kind of fucks up my ability to do this in blueprints. Not that I'm doing that right now. Okay, I'm thinking this is going to be a 2 coffee day. So I am going to be right back. And make some more coffee. Quick break. BRB, everyone. And I'll think about this. I'll noodle on this a little bit while I'm gone. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so what are we gonna do about this colonist task system thing here? Voxel, I'll be honest, I never know what you're talking about. I never know what you're talking about. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so, okay. So handle task maybe just becomes build task here, but I guess it probably, can you override a static function? Is that a thing? Can you have a virtual static? That sounds weird. I feel like you probably can't. Like if I did virtual static, static function cannot be virtual. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, it didn't. It seemed weird. Like that doesn't make sense. I'm thinking that each task handler just has a static function on it for build X task. So I could do that. That's kind of a side thing. That would be nice. Now this interaction and this interact action status change. What am I going to do about this? Because I need a reference to the colonist task. Can't pass a reference into a delegate, apparently. I could pass it by pointer, because this does live in memory somewhere. Then I wouldn't be able to write these in blueprints. Unless I made some like stupid little wrapper function that calls the blueprint function or whatever. And I have to write some code to be like, hey, is the blueprint one implemented? Okay, then call that. Annoying. You can't do pointers to structs in blueprints. Oh, I missed it. And so this system, I need the colonist task to kind of just listen to status changes on the interact action, because it needs to repopulate. It needs to kind of like reset the interact action, right? Once the interact action is finished, they're effectively going to check if the task needs to continue or not. The task is here. Let me paint this up. Let me paint this up here. So we have the interact action that is inside the colony task, right? And the colony task updates that. And then it goes into my state tree, which is like, right now it's going to be 3 or more, where it's like, you know, basically just get, I wrote that so weird. Get interact action. And then there's a move to, basically, and then an interact with. Now, this is where the status change happens. Right now, that is a delegate. Update status happens in interact with object. Update status. Can you learn to code by osmosis? I think so. I think you can. You just gotta like listen to coding streams when you fall asleep. I'm gonna try. Nice. Okay, let us know how it goes. I think learning by doing is a much more efficient way, but we all learn in different ways. So maybe osmosis is better for you. And so yeah, interact with has a update status thing here, and that updates the status on this interact action. Now, colony task also has its own status for whether the overall task is complete. The action is just like a single instance of like, go pick this flower or something, right? And then colony task needs to, like, the task might be to go pick a bunch of flowers, multiple flowers. So the colony task needs logic for that. So I need something. Right now there's just a delegate. The delegate, updates or executes from that. The colony task is built from. This is usually built from. I say usually. I haven't even done it yet. I guess this is going to be built in whenever the task is given to the colonist. So right now that's just via the player, happening in the NPC character. So like it's built. I don't even know where the interact action is going to live. I can't even spell it very well either. This does not look like the word interact. So I can't do the delegate because I can't use refs. When I build the action, I need to say, here's a function to call back to. And there can't be any refs there. I wonder if I could I bind this on a struct? Is that possible? It's not a U object. Most of these take objects to bind to. Bind a shared pointer lambda. Works for any functor types, but lambdas are the primary use case. I mean, that one might work to bind to a struct. So the reason I want to bind to the struct is because then I wouldn't need to pass the struct ref, because it would just have itself. You can use this in structs, right? Yeah, I think so. So bind shared pointer lambda. Let me try this again. Undo. Bind shared pointer lambda. Can I use task to handle? Sure, yeah. I mean, it's, I think technically compiling, right? No, no, it's not. In user object ref. A T shared ref. Yeah, I don't, maybe where are some usages here? Shared this. Interesting. Find usages on the other one, which is just passing in this. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably not possible. Unless I just did a lambda. But that wouldn't have the, I mean, I guess I could do a lambda and then bind the, hang on. Bind lambda. So there's the and then I guess I would just like task to handle past the ref of that, or I did that backwards. So that would technically work, I think. Which is weird. Which is weird that that would work. Colony data. Pass that in there too. Interaction action status change needs to have the action, of course. The task to the entity, right? Entity, which I have to pass that into, and then the task to handle as well. And so that's how I can do a ref. I hope. Let's see if that compiles. I'm curious on whether or not that would compile. What are you working on? I'm working on a video game. This is Unreal Engine right now that we're working in. Trying to just do some refactors today. Let's see here. Handle task status change implementation. Right, I need to change that to on as task to handle. Yeah, we'll need to update these guys. We'll need to update these guys. There, no, I don't need to call the superclass there. There we go. Okay. This feels weird that I'm doing it like this with a lambda. But hey, it compiled. Yeah, it compiled. Now, does it actually execute properly is the next question. How fucked up are my state trees right now? Process interact action. Yeah, I guess these are all kind of broken, aren't they? Focal location, yeah, I need to wire all these back up. And Probably, where is acceptance radius? We can wire that back up too. Parameters. Oh yeah, I put the interact action as a parameter. That's another thing. That's another thing. That is another thing, isn't it? Isn't it? How am I getting the interact action here? I guess that would need to the process interact action probably needs to just like output. Probably needs to output the interact action as like a state tree property ref, I presume. Yeah, I am just doing proxy data oh, that's what I need to do. Hang on, I messed that up. Put that on the wrong thing. There we go. Needs instruct. Wait, why did the other one work? Because probably because it was like public or something. What's the deal? No, that's public too. Oh, this needs to be mutable, that's why. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so delete that one. Forgot I did that. That do make it a bit more easy. Okay. So yeah, I'm relying on that being on the proxy data. Okay. Yeah, let's output it. Let's output it. View property. F or T state tree property ref. T instance struct. F interact action. I think that works. I think I can just call it interact action. And then what I would need to do, this is going to be kind of gnarly here. Instance data dot interact action dot get mutable pointer with the context. Auto interact action property ref. If interact action property ref. Oh dear. I need to dereference it and set it equal to the interact action, I believe, which you are a pointer to. Okay, no, I need to set that equal to this then. Yeah? And that writes out, and then I think I need to put a category on this. Category equals output, I believe. And that way I can bind to it. Does it need to be a state tree property ref? I have no idea. I think it should. I think it should. Okay, so anyways, that's gonna be how I get the interact action in the state tree. Okay, let's while I'm here, let's also change the handle task thing. And so let's also put build construct task in here. And so this is going to return what is this going to return? F colonist task. No, it needs to take one in. So it's going to be void build construct action, which is, I guess, just going to be the same params as this guy. Entity interface. There we go. Would you check my Git? Why? I'm gonna say probably no. Probably no. Git entity data. Do I need mutable? I don't know if I need mutable here or not. Colony entity data or entity. I do need mutable, I do. Return parent result. There is no such thing anymore. Oh, I already had an entity subsystem there. And yet now we just return. Although something specific probably needs to happen there. Construct action. Good. Handle task. Get rid of you. Goodbye. Or types. I don't know how that got imported. Build construct action. Okay. That feels better. Let's make you static. Blueprint callable. And I'm thinking about, do I want this to be blueprint pure? The ref needs to be a uparam ref as well. I'm kind of thinking I do kind of want it to be not pure, so it gets called like at a specific time and doesn't like recall itself. You know, because when you drag the pin on like on a blueprint pure node, if you drag it into multiple spots, it'll just recall the function. I've 100% had a bug because I didn't know that happened. Okay. I could return bool for whether or not it was successful. Does it matter? Does that matter? Yeah, I mean, I think it does, right? So I guess what's going to happen is on the handled task status change, what's going to happen? I think here I need to rebuild the construction action. So this is like successfully built building. Did C++ change a lot? Well, this is Unreal Engine C++, which is quite a bit different than regular C++. This looks so much more readable in C++ code. I've seen it 5 years ago. Yeah, it might be because I'm a god programmer, or it might be because Unreal Engine C++ is a little bit more friendly. It's probably the latter. Probably the latter. Yeah, so we need to do something different here, basically. Interact with object equals null pointer, and then I guess we just go build construction action. I don't have an entity context object here. Okay. Okay. It will be something like that, yeah. Something like that. I was hoping to do an entity context object to make it friendly for blueprints. Okay, what do I do? Oh, oops, sorry. That might have been loud, sorry. What do I do? What do I do about this now? Handle task status change. And you're getting called from... Oh yeah, I need to put this in the... Wait, did I do the right thing? You know the refactor's going well when you can't even remember where you put code at. Yeah, okay, this is the same. So I just need to copy this. Okay, I'm deleting this now. I'm deleting you now. Because all you're doing is confusing me, and I'm moving you. You have been moved. Consider yourself moved. Now this guy... Once I get here, yes. So there is my callback lambda. It's a passion project? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so here we call on interaction action status change in the interface. Get entity. Handle task status change. Okay, so I guess I could just pass an entity context object into there too. We might as well just do that the same. So where's my construction handler? Might as well. Might as well. Yeah, we need to change the base class now too. It's gonna be super annoying. That's not what I wanted to open on control click there. I don't know why you thought I wanted to open the INI where the core redirect was. That's that's not where I wanted to go. Okay. Colony utils is now just like an empty class. Although I probably will end up putting some stuff in there anyway. Okay, handle task status change. Okay. Okay. Okay, now that works. So we kind of rebuild the construction action. And then that like repopulates the columnist task, interact action with the construction action. Yeah, it repopulates it with what we're going to interact with next. So it's probably like the next closest thing to build. Okay, this feels cleaner now. This feels cleaner now. Now I just have to change everything else to do this. Thank you all for joining me on the Refactor journey today. And there's going to be so many little things that I have to change with this new flow too. I'm just copy and pasting the logic from the old flow. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of little tiny things that we're basically going to have to redo all the columnist tasks, which is going to be pain. It's going to be pain. Is this going to be, is this how I'm doing it? Is this how I'm doing it? Oh god, I'll need to make sure that like, let me see, is this passing, is this doing a ref? It is, okay, good. Well, it's not that I'm not even using that, right? Not even using that because all I'm using that for is the type. All I'm using that for is the type. Can be made const, sure. It is, I promise you, Ryder, I promise you it's implemented. Okay, thank you. Marcus, Kitty, welcome in. Good morning. Just doing some boring refactors today. Nothing super exciting. Okay, I'm feeling better about this now. I am feeling better about this. Let me go back and look at the construct handler. I am in that. Okay. So this part, I'm thinking that maybe I would like this to be done automatically so I don't have to do this at the end of every construct that I do. Build, construct, blank, you know? I'm wondering, can I create on this task? Yeah, can I create a little function for this? Bind to status change or something. I'm gonna like spec this out real quick. So I would need to take in these things. And then do something like that. I mean, is it as easy as that? And then I guess I would need to pass in the action as well. What did I just do there? What Ryder, what are you doing? Why would I want to import that? I don't even know. I have no idea what that is. What is this? What did you do? Ryder just like the AI has infected my IDE. Yeah, and like at this point it's like you know. So wait, I would need to call all of that. Yeah, that's why. Ryder, come on. Come on. Okay, we'll put you on the other side. What is happening? Is my code that bad, Ryder, that you're just like kind of giving up? Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Hi, Mart. Welcome in. What do you got for me today, Mart? Yes, hi. Yep. So the action, I'm wondering, I guess then I should I put this on the action? But then it's like, it's kind of leaking the colony data. What happened yesterday? Yeah, I know. You're probably very confused because I didn't stream yesterday. Yeah, I know that's a lot to handle. And if you need to sit down, I would understand. I did not stream yesterday. Crazy. I know. I'm thinking that this should maybe just be on the colony data. Okay, construct action. So I guess I just need to pass the colony data now is just this, right? So we bind this. And then I trade that for the context object it has to handle. And I guess the action. I probably need that to be a ref. It was a pointer though, right? Okay, so I could make it a pointer, I suppose. For the, where's construction handler? There. Are you making refactor? Yes. Yes. So here I would do colony data bind to status change, passing in entity context object, has to handle, and the construct action. Yeah, that's a lot cleaner, right? Construct action is a pointer. Should I keep it a pointer? I probably shouldn't, so that I can use this from blueprints. What is refactor? Actually a fair question. I'm proud of you for that question, Mart. Good. Good. Refactor means that I was doing things in a previous way, and I would like to do them in a new way. The same things in a new way. So it's really where you just take the code and you change it to be different, but do the same thing. And I know you're like, why would you do that? Well, doing things in different ways allows you to do different things. So it's really about setting yourself up for success in the future. So I'm doing a refactor so that I can have more success in the future. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Mart is my spirit animal. I want to adopt him and buy him a puppy. Please do that. He needs parents that are active in his life, I think. He seems to yearn for attention, and he should not be on YouTube Shorts. I think you should be at least 16 before you're allowed on YouTube Shorts. Can we make that a law? And TikTok, you know, any short form content like that. I had a happy land in a new way. God damn it, Mark. Oh my god. I don't know what I expected. Mart, nobody knows what Happy Land is. No one knows. No one knows what you're talking about. Or we just ban shorts and heal the world for good. Well, I think there'd be a lot of things that would need to be banned. You know, you can't just ban shorts. You got to ban like TikTok and shit. You know, and it's like if you ban. It's like, what? How do you ban that, right? Just short form content. It's like, okay, your content has to be at least 5 minutes long. It's like, how do you ban TikTok / shorts format videos without banning just videos altogether? You know what? Bring back Vine. God damn it. Johnny B! Welcome in.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
You're just in time for Mart to join us. Welcome in, Shawnee B. How was your stream? What did you work on today?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tell us about it.
we got him. What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? Welcome in, though. Thank you for the raid, Shawnee. Yeah, how goes your stream? How went your stream? All YouTube content makers need to pass a psych and emotional intelligence test. We would solve so many problems. I think maybe parents. I think we start with parents, actually. I have async physics traces. Ooh, nice. So you got the multi-threading figured out. Hell yeah. Yeah, I just straight up do traces on the background thread. And there were no holes in my feet yet, you know. Maybe the noose is tightening around my neck, but I've not found anything. Happy Land is a forest where yellow giggle balls are here. Yeah, Martin, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. No one knows what that means. And I know you know that. I know, the thing is, I know you know that. And I know you're just wanting attention. And I'm just using you for, and I know I shouldn't be giving you the attention. But if you're gonna keep doing this to me, I'm gonna keep using you for content. That's the deal here, okay? Like, my options are to, like, ban you, or I get to use you for content. Those are the options. Mart is our YouTube Shorts mascot. He's like the physical manifestation of what happens when a 13-year-old gets on YouTube Shorts and doesn't have parents. Mart is confusing me. Yeah, you can't try to understand what's inside the mind of a Mart. First rule, don't let the lol cow know they are the milk source. I think if the lol cow is good enough, they won't. It doesn't matter, right? And Mart, I think Mart is that guy. Mart's that guy, pal. And you know, give that advice to Pirate Software, and use me for content. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at him go. He hasn't demanded anything of me yet today, though, so that's we're improving. We are improving his mental psyche, I think. Again, Mart, my advice for you is to get off YouTube Shorts. Although he's in my horizontal stream now. Okay, so, well, you're not on YouTube Short. Okay, so maybe we're doing some good here. Maybe we're doing some good here. Good for you for not being on YouTube Shorts. Anyways, back to the refactor. Reback to the refactor. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Bind to status change. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Action. Interact action bind. Yeah, I don't even need the action anymore here. I'm not even using it. Oh, I'm just using it for the type, but I could just capture that from the outside one. I mean, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Plot twist, Mars, a 45-year-old man just trying to get the chat moving. Bold of you to assume it's not just me on a different screen. Async physics queries are legit amazing. I have to do thousands of traces to initialize my custom nav mesh, and I can just let her rip on background threads. Hell yeah, dude. Now you're hang on. I have a meme for this. Used car salesman slaps roof of background thread. This bad boy can fit so much unoptimized code in it. That's what I think every time I use a background thread. I'm just like, oh, this is something that you know, like slows down the game thread. Fucking slap it on a background thread, baby. And we're golden. I get a huge dopamine hit when I see it in Unreal Insights. Yeah, when you see it like move from the fucking game thread, where it's like the game thread takes like 80 milliseconds to complete or something. Yeah. So like for my is it in building utils? For my like little voxel area algorithm, I guess I do use the Kismet one. Yeah, this happens on the background thread, and I do a box trace multi for every single voxel in my area. Can I run the game at the moment? I don't think so. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. But yeah, so like this is all on the background thread, which is why it blinks. Like, so for every single box you see here, a line trace is done. Every frame. Background threads, baby. So yeah, they're great. They're great. Back to the refactor. Close that for now. Get that out of my face. Get that out of my face. Colony, I mean, yeah, I guess I just have to call that at the end of each build construct action. And I guess that that would override the previous bind, because this is just a delegate, singular delegate, which is good. We would want that. We would want that. Build construct action. Yeah, I mean, I think this is good. I think I just need to change everything else to use this flow now. So going to the base class colonist task handler, get rid of that. We're not going to use that function anymore. So yeah, goodbye. And then each task has its own like construct function. Construction function, what's your junction? Handle task implementation. This is for hauling. I guess I'm just gonna change this to static. Oh Jesus. Static void build hauling task, and all of these need to change to uObject entity context object, and I should probably make that const, right? Yeah, I should probably make that const in everything, which is a thing. Okay. Mr. BBs. Hello. Bibis. Did you do line traces also async, but can you theoretically describe how it works for you? Like the idea comes to mind at the expense of the spatial tree to somehow take a cast of a zone once a second. For example, an awk tree and check collisions for traces are all entities in it as if it were immutable for these asynchronous checks, but it doesn't sound optimal or right. Give me a second. Give me a second to grok what you just said there. Sorry for the pasta. Yeah, I'm gonna need a second to digest that pasta there. It doesn't sound optimal or right. Yeah, I'm very confused at what you're saying. The idea comes to mind at the expense of the spatial tree. You somehow take a cast of a zone once a second. For example, oct tree. And check collisions or traces for all entities in it. Are you talking, is this like an in general question, or is this like a specific to my systems, like my entity system question? Yeah, I can't say that I'm fully following the question. For the voxel thing that I showed, the algorithm itself it's like a walking voxel type thing. So it's not so it's specifically for like working with my terrain system is the way I did it this way. So I can't just do like a box or an awk tree or anything like that because I mean, a collision check would, I guess, in some way use some sort of spatial data structure to make it more efficient. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a bad seed. Okay, give me another seed. Give me a seed with like a high. Another flat one. Okay, I need something not flat. Okay, I can run over there and check. Okay, give it a second. Give it a second. Where is that other zone at? It's over there. Okay, we're gonna run over to that other zone. Like each voxel needs to check that it's valid. Because part of the algorithm is it's getting all the neighboring voxels to valid voxels. And so when I'm building that little square, I use a bounding box to come up with the voxels, but then the voxels, like they need to overlap. Oh, you're asking like how to do it asynchronously? Or why I'm doing it? Here, okay, so there's, this is like the starting voxel. And so each voxel has to overlap terrain or a building to be considered valid, right? And I can't just, okay, you are asking how. Okay, well, I'll show it anyway because I'm here. Yeah, it gets a little laggy when it's large. There you go. So you see how it wrapped around all of the terrain? So this is for players defining areas, right? And I can't just use a box for it because I don't want to select inside here. Because there could be an underground cave down here that the user or the player doesn't know about. and I don't want to select that. So that, because this is going to be for like, hey, hey, colonists, go to this area and dig or chop trees or forage or something. And so I can't have them being sent to underground caves where it could be dangerous. That's the why. The how is just async task, really. The how is just async task, really. So area overlap async. So I have my area overlap function. Area overlap query. This is like what builds all the voxels and stuff like that. This is just like code that doesn't care about what thread it's on, but within some of this code, here's the actual trace that happens. There's the box trace, and so that gets called from here. I'm using the launch keyword, but you can do async task as well. Pretty much the same thing. You can treat them. You can think of them as the same thing. And I say, hey, run this on the background. Run this on a background thread. So I run that, and then once it's done, I call back to the game thread with an async task, and I execute the delegate that was passed in. So this is for like blueprint. This is how blueprints call it. So the blueprint says, or the blueprint has a function that gets called here, and I have to make sure I call that on the game thread once this is done. Copying some data to the game thread. Yeah, that's the how. The how is not it's not all that much. You just launch or async task, same thing basically, and you give it a lambda function and what thread you want it on. It doesn't select caves are similar in the underground. Right, yeah, so the voxels, like, that's why I call it like a walking voxels, because it starts from the starting point, which was that voxel. So it checks each voxel sequentially and says like, hey, is this voxel valid? Meaning, does it overlap the ground? Is essentially what that means. If it does, okay, check its neighbors. And then for each neighbor, do the same thing all the way to the end. And then that way, if there's a cave under here, that never gets selected because there's no valid voxels touching it. That's why. And then I may do something to cap the Z axis, potentially. The Z height for it. Right now it's just unbounded Z, so it'll go up any mountain. But yeah, that's the example. Okay. In my voxel engine, I have self-fit base. Yeah, so I mean, those voxels are spun up on the fly. I don't use, like, my world is not voxelized, so those are just spun up on the fly. Yeah, I don't save voxels in memory on purpose. Oh, this needs to be an entity. Yeah, I need to change to doing this. Have you heard about Ginny 3? Nope. Oh, it has to be const. Okay. That's fair. So the interaction action, the interact action, maybe I could just pass that, hang on. Can I just pass that in from the colonist task? Yeah, I can. Okay, so I don't even need that. Okay, so this just gets even easier. Nice. Nice. But I have to like extract the struct. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I like it. I like it still. Okay. It can be made const, which is interesting. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Maybe slightly disingenuous as to what it's doing, because eventually it does end up editing some things. Find a status change. Okay, so can make you const as well. Yeah. Yes. 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 Okay, Ryder. I promise it's there. Okay. Entity context object, always const. Yeah, we'll have to do auto there. We don't have to, but now I want to. Okay, so you look good, I think. Handle task status change. Yeah, you're just completely wrong. You don't do anything yet, and that's fine. You're just kind of stubbed out. What are you doing? What are you? It's not implemented. Why? Why aren't you implemented? Ah, I see. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we need to qualify that, don't we? You good now? Still no? There you go. Now you're good. Okay. Give me forage handler. Come on down. Handle task implementation now becomes build forage task. Welcome aboard. Now you need a const u object entity context object. You are no longer override or const. You are now static void. Welcome. You don't exist anymore. Colony data now, entity context object. Okay, so let's get the auto entity interface. Thank you. Entity, yes. Return. Yeah, I don't know what I wanted to do there. That's not correct, though. How's it going? It's going well. Welcome in. Okay, so that is, well, that function's valid. So this is now handle task status change. We just need to change the signature there. Okay, so colony data, handle task status change. So just this gets a little cleaner. Okay, and this is why we refactor, because everything gets just a little cleaner. Okay, how much does it hurt everywhere? Okay, I want to rebuild. Is there any other place I need to fix here? Yes, I knew there was going to be something. Ah, so this doesn't work. This doesn't work. I think I need to import the instant struct there. Does it work now? No. Hang on, I'm gonna respond to something at I need to respond to something. Okay. Okay. Back to this. So I suppose T state tree property ref. I can't pass in it. Can I do F instanced struct here? I don't know. I don't know what this is going to look like in the state tree. T state tree property, F state tree property ref is not supported by Blueprint. It does need to be visible anywhere though, right? Yeah. Edit anywhere. Edit anywhere. Okay, I'll do edit anywhere since that's what my other ones are. Oh yeah, that's broken now. Yeah. Because it's untemplated. And so interact action get internal property ref. I get the mutable pointer, which is now an F instance struct. Equal F instanced struct. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to pass this in, even if that did work. I'm not going to be able to pass this in. Does it need to be a property ref? I think so, because I need to return by reference here. I don't think I could, even if I just did a T instance struct, I don't think it would return by reference. Oh, I wish I had the editor open still. So, and then I would take this and I pass it into the other tasks. And so like the interact with object task takes this as an input. This is not correct. Okay, pass that in there. There we go. Now that's correct. So we don't need colony data there either. And so we should probably always do this regardless of that now. That kind of asks as input. Yeah, so we probably shouldn't do that anymore. Now we've made it generic, which is nice. Which is nice. Keep going, Legend. Thank you. Welcome in. So we're always going to do this now, and this is just going to be interact action update status to in progress. Nice. Okay, that feels so much better. Oh, that feels so much better. Okay, but we still have the issue of passing in the instance struct interact action as a state tree property ref. I wonder if I need to just not do the, where is it? Where did it go? Process interact action. I wonder if I should just do the F state tree property ref here, but then I have to like specify it with whatever this is. I forgot what it goes here. State tree property, something like that. And I don't get to actually pass in the reference. How would I pass in a T instance struct as a state tree property ref? What's this, a game? Yes, this is me refactoring my colony task system, essentially. So it doesn't look like much of a game right now at the moment. God damn, I really don't want to... Do I use these in my project anymore? This is what I would need to do, which I don't think I would be able... I can't specify... I cannot specify. What is the module even here? Core U object? Yeah, I don't know. But I have to do something like this. And then I want to specify the... I don't think this works. I don't think that works. Even if I knew what the correct module was. It's probably like engine or something. I don't think that works. It's so annoying. I can't do that. Maybe I should fully import this. Does that fix it? Yeah, okay, so it's just getting mad at me if that's even there. Okay. Does that work? Nope. Found blank when expecting blank, yep. God damn. What are my other options here then? I can potentially use just an F instance struct, an untyped instance struct. But then I would have to take all of the... I would have to change all of my state tree tasks to use an F instance struct. Let me just look. Is there any other way to pass by ref? Unreal Engine state tree task pass by ref? I think this is the only way to do it. Of course, there's just like zero help for state trees, really. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's any other way to do it. I don't think there's any other way to do it here. Okay, so what are my other options? I can just implicitly get this rather than pass it in. I would have to do I would have to do that from every task as well, which is not something I'm keen on doing. I could rely on this not being a reference by just doing that. I couldn't make it a pointer. I would love to make it a pointer. I can make a UObject wrapper for it, I suppose. That could work. That's super annoying though. That is super annoying though. But I could just output that as a pointer. I wouldn't even need to use a state tree property ref. So kind of nice on that regard. Kind of nice. I guess I could do that for now. I guess I could just also, I could rely on the... Oh, wait, I'm treating it in the other tasks as... Like I'm doing... Yeah, this, okay, I'm gonna just roll with this for now. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. And I think I need to change my other tasks too. But let's just validate that real quick and make sure I'm right. Because if not, then I can just stick with this. This is kind of weird though. Because my other tasks are taking it in, but then also doing like an update on it and shit. Which this is not a ref. I wish I could just do that. That would be kind of cool. And I guess that technically doesn't fail. What happened to my, what happened here? Goodbye, paint. You have served your purpose. You have served your purpose. Okay, so interaction action now outputs an instanced struct. And for this, get rid of the parameter one so I don't accidentally use that. Wait, so no, wait, I can't even. Why can't I use that? Not even showing up. Here's the actual project though. Here's the world. That's a nice seed. That's a nice seed. There's the procedural terrain. But yeah, that's here's the project. Spawn, of course, at the top of the mountain. It's gonna fall all the way down. Very slowly, apparently. I'll go join this guy and stare off the cliff. Yeah, their state trees are completely broken at the moment. Completely broken. I like this seed. It's a good seed. I don't like that I spawn at the very top of this mountain, though. It's basically at 0-0. It looks cool besides that. Oh man, okay, so now I'm stuck at, like, how am I gonna pass this fucking instant struct around? Dr. Elliott, welcome in. How you doing, buddy? I'm quite sure that this will not be treated as a ref now, so That being said, and I can't even seem to bind to it from here, which is kind of annoying. Trying to implement SSAO. Yeah, yeah, that sounds awful. I suppose you're working on Lumina, though. Good luck with that, my friend. Good luck with that. I'm trying to work with instant structs, I suppose. I suppose that's what's happening for me. Have I thought of any name for the game? Nope. Mart World. Mart World. So many different spaces. Oh yeah, all the different coordinates. Yeah, that's... I encounter that problem when I work with my terrain, because like there's just different coordinate systems. Are you currently creating a level? No. I'm trying to refactor my colony task system. And I need to figure out how I'm going to pass these instance struct tasks around. I need to pass them by ref, but I can't use T-state tree property ref. What is external handle? What is this guy? Because what I want to do is this. That's what I want to do. But the engine does not allow me to do that. It's not like... I guess it just doesn't like double templated things. And so I'd have to change that to an F. I guess that's my next option, is to change this to an F instance struct. What's the error? It's just like a stupid, like, syntax error. Like, yeah. Probably can't see that. There you go. Found less than when expecting greater than. So, on that line. I wonder, could I type def that? Hang on, could I type def? Type def. Could I trick it into... Hey, there you go. There's a... Do I work 9 to 5? I do have a job. I do not work those specific hours, though. Hey, this is actually fucking working. Okay, so you can just type... Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, right. Or right. Because I did this now. Okay, so you can just type def it, actually. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Type defs aren't supported in uprops, but you can wrap it in another struct. Yeah, I was thinking my next option would be to wrap it in a U object, actually. Then I wouldn't even need to use the state tree property ref. No way, I ain't buying it. All right, we're about to see. Let's find out. We'll find out. So yeah, here we go. Interaction action dot get mutable pointer with context. No, it's completely wrong. Auto, this is just the prop ref, we'll say. If prop ref dereference it, set it equal to interact action. Interact action is, what are you? You are a pointer. Why are you a get mutable pointer to just the... So I need to do this one. Yeah. Boom. Oh, Ellie, I'm so happy. I'm gonna be so fucking wrong here. Watch. I'm so excited for this to work, and it's not going to be. It's not going to be working. Fuck. And actually, it doesn't seem to be not working because of the U property, though. Although maybe I just haven't gotten to that area yet. Where the hell was I? Process interaction action, immutable pointer. What's your POV on Godot? I don't really have a POV on Godot. I haven't used it. I've not used it. Get mutable pointer. If you just wrap the interact action in another struct, it is a template, it'll probably work. Yeah, I mean, I would probably just use a U object at that point just to have a pointer, but the problem is this is the same type that needs to be passed into other tasks, which is going to be annoying. I mean, I guess I could, if it's a pointer, hopefully I would be able to dereference it, or not dereference it, but like get not, if it's a U object pointer or another struct, hopefully I would just be able to get the underlying value there. So yeah, I don't think I would need to just use this thing, but yeah, I get that's my next move. That was my next move. Yeah, I'm just gonna use a U object. Let's just throw it in here. Is it blueprint type? I just need it to. Actually, I don't know if I need it either. U interact action wrapper. T instanced struct F interact action interaction action. What's your faction? Let's go T object pointer U interact action wrapper interact action. And then I guess I need to create but then you get like 3 heap allocs. Does it matter? It's easier to work with. One sec. Heresy, I say. I mean, how much, like, for real though, how big of a deal is that? Because I mean, I guess I could just use a struct, but the thing with the struct though is like I need it by ref, right? So I would have to wrap it in the state tree property refs, which are kind of annoying. If I could just use a U object. Which I guess this could probably just live on my proxy actor. Well, a t-instance struct already has a pointer to the internal struct memory in array, makes its own heap allocation. Yeah, but unfortunately I can't work with it when it's like that because Unreal Engine is stupid. I would love to just work directly with the instance struct, but apparently that's too much to ask for. Yeah, but if you wrap it in another struct, yeah, but like, then I have to make sure I'm passing the struct around by ref instead of by copy. And I would rather just have a pointer, a U object pointer, so I don't have to worry about it. You know? So I actually kind of feel like this should live on the proxy data. which is kind of annoying and stupid. And it feels really silly to just wrap it in another struct just because the state tree kind of sucks. Yeah, this feels so stupid that I have to do a wrapper. And I'm just kind of thinking, like, where do I want to store this thing? Where do I want to store this interact action? And then for regular state tree things, like I think I could just pass it around as an f instanced struct. But what I found is that if you don't pass around the instanced struct as a ref of the instance struct, then it will not update the underlying memory. Even though it has like a pointer to the memory, like you say, Dr. Elliott. I did test that. Make sure I had the right understanding. So I think I would have to use state tree property refs if I wanted to pass it around. And so I guess I could just do something, I think I could just do something like t state tree property ref passing around an f instanced struct. That feels better. What is proxy data? Just my own class. It's just for like, I have a proxy actor for each entity so that I can store like components on it and stuff like that. Can we get a side-by-side comparison of the refactor and the original? I can show you the PR. How about that? Show you the inevitable pull request. I could show you. Are you using ECS? Yeah, I built my own. I built my own ECS system. Yeah, I think maybe well, I'm gonna try this. Let's try this. Does that just compile? Well, that's gonna get mad at me, isn't it? How do I convert a T instanced struct to an F instanced struct? Let's look. What kind of constructors do you have here? I guess I can go F instanced struct. There's like a make function, right? Make. What? Where are you at? Take me to you. Yeah. So I can just pass in the struct, I guess, itself. Although, does that work? There's no way that works, right? I guess it does. Is it hard to integrate third-party ECS into UE, for example, Flex? Wouldn't know. Haven't done it before. I guess this works. I'm hesitant. I don't know why. Initialize as. This feels weird. Feels like that shouldn't work. Feels like it shouldn't work. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So that means I need to change all of my these to that as well, and I think I do need them as refs. Quite certain. What other? I think it's just that, actually. I think it's just this task, actually. Get mutable pointer. What do you take in? Why is this not, why doesn't that resolve? Oh, right, because that's the state tree property ref now. Right. So now interact action is a pointer to an instanced struct. So change this to prop ref, then auto interact action equals prop ref, get pointer, probably get mutable pointer. There we go. Instance data dot interact action now becomes, we have the instance struct property ref. Yeah, so to pass, I need to pass it as a T instance struct now. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Do. Because instance data interact action. Why am I using that instead of just doing prop ref dot? There we go. Can I ask about engines here, or are you totally bored of that kind of question? You can ask whatever question you'd like. You have a job, and how many hours a day? I do have a job. The hours a day varies. Where was that? Yeah, this. Let's put this into a variable. So it's gonna be interact action. I gotta like fucking capture it in here now too. Ugh. Just capture the world. Why are you mad? Because it's apparently const. Is it? Non-const L value, reference the type, cannot bind to R value. It's const? Why is it const? Because of this? If I make it a ref, it's fine? Yeah, okay, so let's just, I guess we're gonna remake it then. We'll just inline it, just fucking inline it. What is this? Okay, that works. Okay. God, so annoying. So annoying. So picky about how this is passed in. Okay. Let's go to now, what are my other tasks? I guess I had one for put in storage, right? That probably needs to be updated as well. Yes, so now this is an F instanced struct. F instanced struct. That was just some notes there. This is interact action. Wait, no, this needs to be a T state tree property ref. There we go. Okay. And I'm not really doing anything with that yet, right? Yeah, we're not doing anything with that yet. That's there. But that is there. Okay, does this compile? That's the question. Oh, what is this? Oh no. Where is this happening from? Yeah, okay, I thought that wouldn't work. I thought that wouldn't work. Interact action equals this dot get mutable pointer. And this is F interact action. If interact action. This is why I don't want to work with these. Is this shadowing another declaration? Or what here? It is. Oh yeah, because I've already gotten the mutable point. Yeah, so I don't need to do that. If interact action. We wouldn't be here if we didn't have an interact action. Let's do interact action. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, does that work? Oh my god, it still doesn't work? How do you use this? How do you use this function? F instanced struct. I'll just call it F struct. The property ref. Okay, yeah, I think that will work, but then I think it's going to go out of memory. Initialize as interact action get script struct, and then can I point to the memory then of just doing interact action or something? How do you use this? Tell me how you are used. Initialize as, but they're not passing in the actual. Ah, I see. Here we go. Okay, here we go. That's what I want. Does that work? Okay, let me catch up on chat. I haven't turning clock. You're talking about a Ford V8. What did I miss? What's your opinion on Godot / Unity? Both fine choices. I don't like the Unity pricing model. That's why it's the main reason I didn't go with Unity. But Unreal Engine always seemed more powerful than the other ones. And I like having the ability to use visual scripting like the blueprints. So I like that. I see Unreal Engine as being closer to the cutting edge of game development as well. So I like that. I also get the source code with Unreal Engine, which I can't imagine, you know, developing a game without access to the source code. That seems fucking crazy. Like how can you even do that? I don't know how do Unity devs debug something that's happening in the engine. You know what I mean? Like, not being able to step through the engine and understand how it works seems so crazy. Okay, that still works. Good news, everyone. It still works. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion about Godot. I haven't used it at all, or tried to. They have their use cases. Unity does voxels and a few other things better and easier than Unreal. Yeah, it's like easier to get into because it's less powerful, right? You don't have to learn any systems, right? You can just kind of get going. I thought you wanted to talk about turbochargers or superchargers when you wanted to talk about engines. Oh, turning cog. Stevie Ray, welcome in. Lurking in chat and I just hear cog mentioned. Yeah, welcome in, Stevie. How's it going? Oh, there I am. Oh, they're walking around now. Wonderful. Are my colonists or are they stuck? The colonists seem a bit stuck. Yeah, I think the colonists are still broken. How's it going? Oh, we're just refactoring everything. Again. Okay, so it works. I just want to make sure it for somehow worked. The state tree is just completely broken now, though. Okay, but we do have the output struct. Oh, but I guess I can't like extract values from it. Why did I think that would work? Why did I think that would work? I can't actually get any sort of fucking values from it. And that begs the question, can I even if it was an instance struct, would I have been able to? Why did I think that was going to work? Yeah, the state tree has no idea what type it is. It couldn't possibly extract from it. And I'm thinking the same thing is probably true for an instance struct. I probably cannot extract values from it. To bind into different tasks. Oh, I hate this so much. Okay. What have I gotten myself into? So I guess the process interaction action should probably output two things. And that's one way around it. Okay, so let me refactor this to interaction action ref. And then I think I just need an F interact action output there. And we need to populate that. Now I can actually get values from it. And then the ref we have to pass along. That's kind of stupid. God damn it. And I'm only able to refer to that as its generic type. So I've effectively object sliced it. I've sliced off all the properties. That's fine because all I need it for really is wiring up the move to, which it has all the move to information on it. So I guess that's all it's used for, and then I pass by ref into the other tasks, which can convert it into what it needs to be. Okay. We're gonna try that again. Yeah, even if I wrapped it in another struct or a U object or whatever, I don't think I would be able to bind any parameters to it that weren't an instance struct. It would be nice if they had if they built that into state trees, because then you could really be It would be really flexible. Okay, so this interaction action now outputs the interact action. Now we can bind to the... Yeah, we can bind to the things now. Focal location, acceptance radius. There we go. So those are bound. File save. Good actor transform. Input actor. Don't know why that one got messed up. You... Oh yeah, I have to bind it. Is expected to be bound. Is expected to have a binding. Do I need a state tree ref for that? Because a state tree task output does not output by ref, right? And I can't even, I don't even have a pin for binding it. I don't even have a pin for binding it. Oh, this is such a mess, man. Why did I want to use instant structs for this? Do I have to change all of it? Do I have to change all of it to be an F instant struct now because of this? I mean, I guess I don't have to, but like, I think the reason the binding isn't showing up is because on the proxy data. Oh, it's because it's on the proxy data, not the proxy actor. So if I did this, let me see. Hang on, where are you used at? Do I bind? Are you like bound anywhere? I don't know. Well, let's add a new one just in case. Proxy actor entity data. I still don't have any binding options. I mean, yeah, because it's stored as a T instance struct. Oh, the state tree property refs have screwed me. I mean, I guess I could still use the wrapper version, but I would still need this guy here. That guy's always necessary. Okay, so I think on the proxy data, on the proxy data, I can put this wrapper object on there, or struct, or whatever it is. I can put the wrapper on there. That gets... Still need to do it by ref though, right? We'll have to, which means I have to bind it from outside of C++. I mean, I guess I just like, if can I make an instanced struct parameter here? Does that show? Can I reopen? Can bind there, so that's good. Find that. What are we refactoring? The colony entity system, or no, sorry, the colony task system. What we're refactoring. Oh shit! Which means this needs a fucking ref too. Why is it? It's showing me compiler results from the other object. That's so weird. Is not bound. It is bound. I promise you it's bound. Why don't I have a binding key thing here? Why can't I bind to this? Unreal Engine state tree property ref instanced struct. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I have to do the wrapper. Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking nothing about it. The Google of desperation. Yeah, you can tell. I'm like, work the way I want you to work. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards using the uObject pointer so that I don't have to use the state tree property ref. Mart, you're back again. Oh boy. Lucky me. But it's like I need to wire something into that, right? And so yeah, I put that on the... I guess if it could just be an output at that point. It could just be an output at that point. But I do need the pointer to live somewhere anyway, so might as well put that on yeah, Mart wants attention again. Mart, what have you been doing since you last came in here? I think you were in here like an hour or two ago. And you came back and just started spamming. Very, very cool. Very cool. I'm reporting. Oh, Mart, what have you gotten yourself into? Okay. Proxy data. Is proxy data even the best place for this to live? An interact action. I think so. I think that's fine. Okay, and so how do where does that get built at? Probably just like when the proxy actor gets spawned or something? Oops, sorry for the keyboard. Mart fell on his keyboard again. Yeah, and so when do I create this, like, uObject here? Let's go in the entity spawner. Okay, sorry, back. Entity spawner. Okay, so we're creating a new object here, which means I should scope guard. Wait, do I have a new object any thread function? Ah, fuck it. I was gonna make my own, but I'll just FGC scope guard. Yeah, just put that there, and then we're just gonna. That should be good. We'll clear internal flags. Hello, please. Amazing. Okay. So we have that there. Now I know I need to go into, what is it, NPC character? Yeah, because you're interaction action wrapper. Yeah, now we have to do this, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And that's what we say when we just have to get over something that we're not happy with. Okay, so that means then in the process interaction, we are going to use a T object pointer for U interaction or interact action wrapper. Okay. Do I need to include that? Or can I forward declare? And that can be an output because we are just going to populate that. That's essentially what this function does now. This gets a little simpler. Interact action is now proxy data interact. Does that work? Let me think about this. Does this work? Does Does this work now? So I am setting the wrapper. Yeah, because I'm setting a pointer to it, right? So it is the actual... It will get the ref. It will get the ref. Yeah. So that should work. Bingo. So now this is what I have to use or interact with object now. Change this to input. That is required. Can we do a forward declaration here, please, as well? Thank you. Interact action wrapper. Okay, let's go into here. Instance data. We do the interaction. Yeah, whatever I'm calling it now. Get mutable pointer. We don't need the context. Yeah, we don't need to do this because now we're just doing that. Prop ref. Get mutable pointer. Environment. Inv object action. There we go. That's kind of a nasty signature, though. That's a nasty line of code there. Let's do this. Auto interact action instance. Mutable pointer f interact action, and then that way we can just do that. Okay, get mutable pointer. Yeah, I guess it doesn't need to be mutable. Okay, and then put in storage task needs to change to that as well. Okay, rebuild. Does this work? Coding all day, bro, basically. Yeah, working on a video game. Oh, no. No. Okay, no, this makes sense. This makes sense. Why didn't those show up before, though? Okay, we good? Okay, forward declare, yep. Hey, what's up? What's up with you? Doing some game dev today. Okay, she works. Wonderful. Okay, thank you, please. Hello, please. Compile. Yep, you're going to be quite bad. Output. So now we just have this one. We can finally wire it up. Wow. Wow. Oh, it finally... Uh-oh. Hangy. Okay, now Hangy is wrong. What's wrong with you, Hangy? Grab food. Yeah, you don't have... interaction action wrapper. Okay, so what I wanted this for was the whole reason I'm doing this refactor is to separate interaction actions, which is what I'm just calling like some action that the NPC or entity takes against the world, to interact with the world in some way. I wanted to separate that from the colonist task system. where the colonist goes and performs tasks. Now, it just so happens they're very closely related, because to perform a colonist task, you need to interact with the world, turns out. And I wanted to do that so that I could do things like what I'm seeing here, where I could just ad hoc grab food and pass it and interact with the object task. But now that I have this wrapper, I'm going to need a nice way to pass in the interaction action. Otherwise, it kind of becomes, the refactor doesn't become as effective, because now it's still difficult to just ad hoc do things like this. Interact with the object. I wonder, should I just be passing in the proxy data here rather than the interaction action wrapper? What I was hoping to be able to do was just like pass in an interact action and just have it get done. But because I need like persistence and stuff like that, like having to pass by ref, it's actually kind of making it more difficult to work with instead of easier. Does this still work? Okay, this still works. Oh my fucking god. Okay. I gotta get off. I'm getting paged again. So that's really annoying. But yeah, so I have to get off. Let me find someone to raid you guys over to. Prismatica. Prismatica has raided us. And then we can do the YouTube raid as well. Let me try to set that up real quick. Yeah, I don't know if... Where's Prismatica? There we go. Yep, there it is. There's the page. Okay, I've acted the page. Okay, redirect to Prismatica. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over to Prismatica Dev. Thanks for hanging out. I gotta go do work stuff. Yay. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye. Oh, I need 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds and then bye. 2, 1, go. Okay, bye.